Hello everyone, welcome to Minifigs in Space. Today, we are going to be upgrading minifigures from the LEGO Galaxy Squad theme. This video will be divided into two sections. The first will focus on the squad itself, the second will focus on the alien bugs. If you would like to learn more about Galaxy Squad, you may want to check out my video on it where I do a deep lore dive into the theme. Without further ado, let's kick it off by upgrading the Green Team robot. Back when the theme was in production, the wings were not available in the same green as the robot. As you may recall, the wings were exclusive to the Orange Team robot. But thanks to Ultimate Aaron from the LEGO Nexo theme, we now have the wings in green. I also updated the energy shield, making it larger. Having an energy shield made me think of having a spear, so this spear has a transparent light blue cone attached to it. I'll give a quick warning though, do not attach a transparent cone to a transparent spear. Connecting transparent pieces like this will be incredibly hard to remove. Next up is the ultimate bug zapping rod, or sword, or whatever you want to call it. Personally, I think a minifigure doubling up on these weapons looks pretty cool. The way the electrical bolts attach is actually pretty cool. It is a perfect fit with these bars. You can swap the transparent yellow with the transparent light blue, and I think it makes a decent weapon for the red team robot. Speaking of this robot, I honestly cannot tell where the eyes are supposed to be at. Is it the black screen on top of the head, or the black dots on the side of the head? If you have any insight on this, please let me know in the comments below. Now, if bug zapping is not your thing, you might enjoy the bug spray weapon. This might appear to be a little big and clunky, but I wanted to make it look as realistic as possible. In my opinion, having a tank at the back and a hose going to the weapon seems to be the most realistic option. That is the same train of logic I used when creating this electric lightsaber. Knowing how fast winged insects can move, having an electric sword seemed to make good sense for close quarters. This red jetpack also seemed to be a perfect addition to this minifigure since he is from the Red Squad. The Red Squad is known for speed, and so this jetpack will help him move around faster for battle. Now for those Galaxy Squad members who are either inside vehicles or inside a command base, they don't always have to wear their helmets. There are a couple fun accessories I would recommend trying out. One of which would be this green hair and microphone piece. Another of which would be this oxygen piece. The original minifigures had the oxygen mask printed on their face, so this blends in fairly well. Now this here is one of my favorite bug zapping contraptions. The electromagnetic zapper, also known as Easy. The antennas on the back pick up electromagnetic radiation and translate it into energy to zap the bugs with. While this giant weapon can be cumbersome to move around with, it is a very valuable asset in large battles. Next up is the Galaxy Trooper. As you may recall, the original minifigure was a little bland with the torso, and the legs just seemed kinda edgy. So I used one of Cole's torsos from Ninjago and combined it with what I believe are Hawk's Eyes pants. And I also went ahead and upgraded his weapon to a rifle. Now this next minifigure might seem a little random, but to explain, one of the characters in Galaxy Squad was named Solomon Blaze. He later appeared in Ultra Agents as a secret agent. And considering that in Classic Space black was tied to spies, I thought I would make a black team for Galaxy Squad with Solomon Blaze. Using parts from these three minifigures, this is what I came up with. The only hard part with creating new team colors for Galaxy Squad is honestly the leg prints. In this case, since there are no black leg prints in existence, I used Solomon Blaze's leg from Ultra Agents, and I think it works fairly well for the purposes of a black team leader. If you are not bothered by leg prints not matching, you can also make a pink and white Galaxy Squad member using arms and legs and helmets from other minifigures. The last squad member upgrade is this three-headed robot. I had 3 of these minifigures, so I thought, why not give it a shot? You'll need a neck bracket like this one, and you'll also need a 1x1 round stud with a hole in the middle, and you also need a bar, and simply attach this to that head bracket. And there you have it. Now you can make a 3-headed robot or a 3-headed whatever you want. I also created this supersized weapon using steering wheels attached to this weapon piece. Using one of the leftover robot bodies and combining it with a head from LEGO Atlantis, I made this Bug, who has made the robot body into a new exoskeleton. And moving on to the aliens officially, we start off with the Bugoid modifications. With this one, I used the claw piece from, I think it was the Monster series of LEGO Minifigures. It was like a giant fly. With this one in particular, I used a claw piece from a crab warrior from LEGO Atlantis. Out of all of the alien bugs, I think the Bugoids suit the claws the best. This Bugoid uses bioorganic technology to create some additional walker legs with a scorpion gun in the back. Now, if you're wondering what to do with some extra Bugoid legs, this is what I recommend doing. Build a small pile of rubble like shown here, and then you can insert the legs, and it looks like he was buried under rocks after a small explosion. This, of course, can be used with any extra legs you have in your collection, but I think it is a pretty good effect. This next upgrade was requested by a subscriber here at Minifigs in Space. Shout out to Chief VR, I hope you enjoy this upgrade. As you can see, I turned the Alien Beetlezoid from Series 26 into a cybernetic creature. The cybernetic legs are adjustable and can result in some cool poses that would not be possible with normal minifigure legs. The legs are fairly complex, but in case you want to replicate it, I'll walk you through the basic steps. The most complicated structure is the hip assembly. As you can see, I used 3 of a very specific part to get the different angles. After you get this built, it's a matter of connecting the leg assembly and also the curved slope that covers up some of the mechanical detail. And there you go, that's pretty much it. And in case you want to replicate the gun as well, here are the parts I used. The last upgrade I want to touch upon is related to the Mosquito. In case you are not aware, the rubber antenna pieces are very expensive in the aftermarket and they're very easy to lose. As a result, many people have feeler-less mosquitoes. If this is a problem for you, I have a couple possible upgrades you can look into. The first one I tried ended up being a little absurd. These are the tassels from the LEGO Monkey Kid line, and I think they're a little bit over the top, but they may be up your alley. These transparent bright green flames are probably my favorite alternatives. They seem to go well with the existing color scheme. However, the closest part substitution would probably be these feathers from the LEGO Castle line. The only thing I don't like about these is the fact that they are bright red. I do not believe they come in dark red, but if you prefer the shape, these are definitely the go-to you should consider. And that, my friends, pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you were inspired by these minifigure upgrades. If you are a Galaxy Squad fan, be sure to subscribe. I have a very exciting Galaxy Squad MOC coming up in a couple weeks, and you won't want to miss it.